Everyone is scoring some of the easiest goals ever on FC24 right now, and you need to learn how to do it too. We are going to show you 5 different methods you can use to implement into your game. First of all, we need to ensure that we have one key factor. You need a player with Aerial Plus. This can be Haaland, Xerxes, or Sorloth, for example. And the reason for this is we are looking to play into the big player when the opportunity arises. This could be for a header on goal or a knockdown. Let's head into method number 1, what I like to call the peel. Werner picks up the ball on the wing and Drogba attacks the back post, leaving a free header. And then we get the rebound and find the goal. But how did we generate that space? First of all, we triggered Drogba on a run. Then we use the player lock tool. This is where you push both of your analog sticks in and then right stick switch to the player that you want to change to. In this example, it's Drogba. We then peel off the defender and then ask for the cross by simply pressing square. The keeper makes a great save and the rebound goal is there. Method 2 is called the lofty. We have Aerial Plus, right? This means we can beat pretty much any defender in the air bar a couple. So sometimes going for that straight up aerial battle is key. In this example, we triggered Dybala on the run by pressing L1 and pointing the stick in his direction, and that makes the opponent wary. This will give us the time on the ball to player lock again. And now it's time for the lofty. Pressing L1 and square or LB and X on Xbox to loft the ball into the box. And this is especially strong against smaller defenders. We then go for the header on demand. And this is done by pressing the L2 and R2 button at the same time as when you shoot. And as long as the ball is above 3 feet in the air, you will guarantee that you get the header. And it's good to do this because it just means we don't run the risk of occasionally getting a bicycle kick or a scorpion or whatever it may be. A brilliant green time header, but again, a huge save from the goalkeeper. If you are struggling to up your FC24 game, you can book a one-to-one coaching session with myself where we go over your gameplay, give you clear learning objectives, and fine-tune every little detail. You can head over to alexbeeofficial.com for more information. And on to our third tool, and this time we're going to use creative runs. We break away in a 2v1 battle. I want to occupy that space inside the box. Triggering Drogba on the run with the tap of L1 and then flicking the right stick in the direction I want him to attack to see him peel away. We take the time to then bury that finish home. And this is one of my favourite tools to use when you have that numbers advantage. Now, let's get serious. The fourth tool is the knockdown. And it's an unreal way to create a chance out of literally nothing. Again, we have to understand the matchup to isolate where we can. We see Sorloth here in a great position to then go for the L1 square, LBX to dink it into him. Then just look for your runner on the knockdown. Do remember though that all headers are manual, so you do have to make sure that you aim correctly when you are wanting to head that ball down. We then just have to be calm on the finish. And now we are going to get a little bit ratty, but this one works. When we get a throw in, we can look to isolate with that big man with absolute ease. Simply change to your big striker, move them up against a midfielder, and then ask for a long throw-in by holding square. You will then be able to knock the ball down again to look for that space with that running attacker. And it is just a simply unreal way to get goals out of nowhere. Now, you've learned how to score goals. Click this video right here to tighten up your defense.